record. All right. It looks like we are live. Let me check though. Uh, Hold on, let me switch that over. View that. Go there, do that. Do that. Okay. Also, let me just mute the desktop audio. That way we don't hear myself a bunch of different times. Okay. 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 I think we've got it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think we got it. I think we're good. Let me load up a couple games. Because I do remember the pep talk from last week. It wasn't really a pep talk, it was more just me yelling at myself for 2 hours because of my failings. I'll tell you what, just like the description says, an exhausting week. Not really, though. More just like today was particularly exhausting. And God, I'm really feeling it. But we're here. I have the smoke. I need to take it out of the plastic and then, cut and light. But I've got it. I kind of chose real quick. I just gotta. Yeah, okay. Yeah, shut up. Alright. Let's see what we got here. This plastic feels really weird. It feels soft. Okay, but one is slightly stained. Yeah. Whatever. Ugh. I am kinda tired. It's more than kinda tired. I am real fucking tired. Ugh. But we're doing all right. We're doing all right. Things are well. I'm gonna take these off. But yeah, I thought that by the end of this month things would have turned around in a number of different areas, but they haven't. But I'm not going to be impatient. Things don't necessarily always work out, and I just need to keep improving and keep adapting and just be patient. I mean, hell, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe things will be pretty good. The month still has a few days left in it, so maybe things will turn out pretty good. Let me just. Okay, that just did. I fucking held it over the ashtray. Cut it into the ashtray, but then it bounced off of my hand into this pile of cigar bands that I need to sift through and add certain ones to my collection. But freaking, just that's muted. That's muted. Okay. Just making sure that the video playback for the stream is muted, so that way I can just look at it and see if it's still working. Making sure that the desktop audio is muted, so that way, no desktop background noises get in there, and then, So it's all muted, it's all good. Let's get this lit up so I can, get some nicotine in my system to, keep the withdrawal away, but also to give me some energy so that way I can sit here and ramble about the week like I do. But as for what we're smoking this week, I thought that we were going back to one that we had already had. Turns out, kind of, sort of. This is the Diesel Unlimited, the original. The last time we had something similar, that was the Maduro. I smoked all of those already. So, I smoked all of those, so that's not... can't really go back to those without going to get more, and... yeah, I think I'd have to go to... I'd have to do some exploring to find them, in without ordering them just off the internet. That's actually a really nice cut, despite, being crooked. Whatever. I just gotta... I'm tired, so it wasn't really the best. Let me get lit off here. There we go. Oh, shit. Okay. Let's get started. Come on. You have to light up a second set of matches. Woo! And it is strong with the pepper. Hot damn, that burns. Well, I am certainly more awake than I was just from unsuccessfully getting this all the way lit and getting a mouthful of pepper. Whew. Yeah, pushing this through the nose is gonna be brutal, but I mean, I already knew that. That's how diesels are, Okay, let's finish this, getting this going, and then I can ah. Well, it's mostly lit up. I'll puff on it a little bit and see if we can get it all the way. Yeah, it'll be fine. Yeah, it'll be fine. But, so, this week, honestly, really mundane week, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It's just today, let's see, today I woke up about an hour, why do I have a pen? An hour earlier than normal, so I could, go to work, several hours earlier than normal. Well, not several, but a couple hours earlier than normal. And then, I thought, okay, maybe I'll be able to get out early, blah blah blah. No, I was wrong. I ended up working the whole shift, which I'm not going to complain about because that's money in the pocket, But goddamn, it was an exhausting day. And I think part of it at Domino's culminated when I snapped at the 17-year-old because he has this. He's not really spatially aware, which whatever. He's a kid. I tell myself that, but he also has this mysterious and arcane ability to just like elbow me in the same spot or in proximity to the same spot, several times over the course of the shift. And normally, it kind of gets on my nerves. Just a little bit on my nerves. But the spot that, I guess God chose for him to, elbow me a bunch today was my left elbow, my left elbow, both sides, the arm with the giant fucking bruise that's kind of tender, honestly. It's kind of tender. So, the first couple of times it was like, I just kind of went, just and would just, remind myself like he's just a kid, just, just whatever. But then he got me with the dough pallet, and it's like, you son of a bitch. Uh, so I snapped at him just a little bit. I was like, damn it. And at that point, I was just done. But, I still held out for the rest of the shift, just kind of, found stuff to do during shift. Came home and got to eat dinner for once. That was fantastic. That was great. I definitely enjoyed that. I definitely enjoyed finally getting to eat dinner. Let me get some less light in here, less of the fucking ceiling light. But I finally got to eat dinner. That was fantastic. I definitely enjoyed that. And then I went to my other job, or my primary job. And it was Friday. It fucking sucked. Oh god. It was a $9,000 Friday, which for context, normally Fridays are about a $7,000 day. Yeah, it was so bad there today, just throughout the entire day, that even the morning shift had sufficient sales so as to not burn up a bunch of labor, which shocked me, and also shocked the other two guys on the shift. And we were just kind of flabbergasted. Just well, I was at least. I don't know about the other two, but I was flabbergasted. I went, the morning shifters usually piss away a bunch of labor, which kind of leaves us short at the end of the night, which is bullshit. And Caleb won't fucking do anything about it. You know. But enough about my personal issues. No, I'm kidding. Um, but seriously, it's like, normally they do that, and they are unapologetic about it because old people can be kind of entitled, you know. But yeah, that was shocking. Uh, I'm ready for the start of the next week. I'm ready for the start of the next week, which soon, soon. Um, you know, As for, the whole let's get it mentality, I have kept the phrase let's get it in the back of my mind this entire week and it's been kind of hit and miss, but, I kind of expected that. I know how to improve for next week. And once I have my schedule for Domino's, it'll be even easier to kind of plan out the week. Um, I still need to make those to-do lists for things to get done in general, but also more specifically, kind of to-do lists for things to get done in the gotcha games. I think I might make those Word documents just to, you know, or just one the gotcha game to-do list. Just make it one Word document and then just separate it with titles. Formatting Stuff that I have gotten really good at working on VTC. As for VTC work, yeah, I've just kind of been planning what I'm going to do, which isn't hard. We've got goals for the year written out, and I just hammer away at those. It is April, and we haven't really made any progress, so yeah, I should probably get on that. Should probably get on that sooner rather than later. Um, which makes it kind of suck that Wednesdays are my primary work day for that, but I'm also so busy on Wednesdays. But I did get a fair few. I did get a number of different things done, which is good. Which is good. And I've kind of got an idea of how to improve upon the ebb and flow of motivation in order to continue to get things done. So I am not I'm not feeling. I mean, I'm kind of sore today just because of how. I'm kind of sore today just because of how you know how today went. With being super busy at Domino's and then super busy at Taco Bell. I'm kind of sore, but I'll be able to shake that off. I'll be able to sleep it off. You know, I'll see when would be my next day to get a little bit of extra sleep. Um, yeah, that would be Thursday. I guess Thursday is gonna be my sleep in day. I mean, I guess Saturday could be my go to bed early day. I don't see anything wrong with that. Go to bed just an hour or two early, on Saturday. Get the good tea. Get the good tea for that, so that way I can have just a lovely, peaceful sleep. Hopefully no horrendous nightmares, but it's my dreamscape, so I know it's going to be just horrendous nightmares. We love horrendous nightmares, but hey, I mean, I guess they're not overly horrendous most of the time. Uh, there was that one dream where I did learn the limits to the damage that I can take in a dream before it starts affecting me in real life. That sucked. I woke up really sore that day. Turns out that I could endure, let's see, getting T-boned, rolling an ambulance, acupuncture, skydiving into a lake, skydiving onto a freeway, and getting hit by a car. All of that within, about 3 in-dream days, which I don't know. That's probably just moments. You know, that's probably a minute tops in real life before I'm gonna wake up sore. I'm gonna wake up sore. I'm gonna wake up feeling bad. But I don't I have not mastered the art of lucid dreaming, and so actually controlling the dreams, it's not something that presently I am capable of. So I guess when in dreams I need to be a little bit more mindful about the things that are happening to me and the damage that I'm taking. This does mean that overall I do need to be mindful of when my third college roommate shows up, because every time he does, I get shot by him. He sometimes it's just a bullet to the chest. Sometimes it's two bullets to the chest. Other times it's buckshot. It's buckshot at close enough range that you know there's a bunch of flesh getting stripped off, and bones breaking. I don't understand why. I don't understand why. Just like I don't understand why in my dreams, women don't have faces. Well, I shouldn't say that. They have faces, I just can't see them. So I have to figure out who they are by their voices and, the rest of them. So to explain, for some mysterious reason, in my dreams, if I encounter a woman, she'll look normal, you know, except there'll be like an oval that, kind of like how they blur people's faces on TV. It's the same thing, but just on their face. So I cannot see their faces. Men's faces I can see just fine. Like Wezzy, or well, if Aiden ever appeared physically in my dreams instead of as a disembodied voice, I imagine that I would be able to see his face too. But women just have their faces censored. Maybe that says something about my greater mental state. I don't know. I don't really care. Like I said, I haven't mastered the art of lucid dreaming, and so I don't really have control. I don't really have full control on that. Maybe I should master the art of lucid dreaming, so that way I can, control and change that. Maybe. I, it's fine. It's fine. Besides, lucid dreaming would take a lot of the fun out of some of my dreams. Like the weird nightmare labyrinth in Texas. That dream was cool. I will always remember those two guys in that dream that I was palling around with, fighting the most horrendous monsters, and having to gene bomb some of them on the second floor. That was cool. That was really cool. Some of my dreams are really cool, and others, yeah, others are just kind of mundane. For some reason, the other day, I was having I was having a dream where I was drifting in and out of it, kind of drifting to about half sleep, and then drifting back in the dream. And for some reason, something within the dream was absolutely hilarious, and I kept thinking, "Oh God, I'm fucking laughing in real life. Somebody else in the house is gonna hear me laughing and think I'm awake. I'm not awake." It's always bizarre. Whenever I tell people about my dreams, they usually say that it's weird, and I go, well, that's, I mean, I don't know what to say. It's, like I keep saying, I don't control my dreams. And so, what do you want me to do about it? What do you want me to do about it? Just disengage? I'm not going to disengage from the dream. It's, when my dreams don't end up as some kind of, nightmare hellscape, I'm there for the ride. It's great. And even when it's a nightmare hellscape, I'm still kind of along for the ride because it's still kind of fun, you know. But when it's just one of those things, just one of the oddities of my life, you know. Nicotine hasn't quite hit the system yet, so I have yet to, really, really perk up. Come on, come on, me. Let me keep dragging on this. Ugh. Wah. Yeah. But that's, like I said, nothing's really been going on. Just kind of, working on continuing to improve. I was thinking, while I was, getting off work and everything, I was thinking about, what am I going to talk about? What am I going to ramble about during stream? And one of the things that I thought about was my grandfather. He's been dead for three 3 to 4 years now. He was a he was he was probably the single greatest man that I that I know that I could that I had had conversations with. Um, and certainly someone who certainly someone who is an exemplar for a lot of things. And I think if anybody from my family were to ever find these videos, specifically this one, I think they would agree with that statement. That Grandpa Bill was definitely a great man. And thinking back to how I was, living my life before getting this second job and kind of getting back onto improving myself and making plans and whatnot. It would have been really hard. It would have been impossible for me to face him during that time period. And even now, if I were to face him, it would be difficult to do so. Because I have to explain. I would explain. And thinking about how I would explain what was happening is like, well, Grandpa, I was sick per se for a long time, um, and I'm getting I'm getting better. You I'm doing my best. At least I think I am. There's definitely areas where I can do better, certainly, but I'm getting better. I'm better than I was, certainly, certainly. I mean, like I have been saying for the past few episodes, I still feel better than I did. I'm still not going to say that I feel great, but I've pretty much settled into the new schedule, and I still feel all right. Still definitely better than I was, and continuing to make you know baby steps towards getting getting better still. So that's good. There's still improvements to be made. Don't get me wrong, but progress is progress, right? You know, I've got goals. I've still got the goals. They're still achievable by the end of the year, and I'm not going to procrastinate or anything because I got some big goals for the year. Some of these goals are, I mean, some of my goals are financial, obviously, which some of those goals I'm going to have to reevaluate due to some changes in some areas. But I kind of have to wait for some updated information to come in before I can kind of adjust my stance. Um, but it's you know like I said, progress is progress, and I take note of how things are, and I realize I should probably just switch over to the game. So let me switch the smoke image to the diesel. That is really small. Oh, now it's huge. Okay, there we go. And then let me switch over to screen capture. So let me switch over to screen capture. So we're starting off with Seven Knights 2, and we'll move into Nikkei, and then we'll kind of see where we go from there. So the idea is to kind of clear through all my dailies, or at least as many as I can, because Arena's on cooldown. Uh, you know, and get through it. I have missed a few days, haven't I? Yes, I have. I've missed a few days, which, oops. Yeah, I've done better on Genshin, and kind of neglected Seven Knights 2 a little bit, and gotten better in Nikkei. And it seems that Seven Knights 2 has kind of taken a hit, but well, like I said, I've noted ways to improve, so I really need to get back into multitasking with the gotcha games. Since Seven Knights 2 is just auto. I mean, look, no hands. Um, I can definitely multitask. Like I can do my Genshin grinds, and I can do my Genshin grind while this runs, and we'll be fine. I mean, but after this, after the big morning grind, really the only thing for SK2 is Arena, so I can just have that run on my phone on the desk while I've got Genshin running. While I'm actively playing Genshin, I got that Arlecchino to raise. I gotta get her raised up so we can fully legalize nuclear bombs. you know. Go back to the subject at hand, that being Grandpa. He would be not overly pleased by how things are in my life, but at the same time, he would also understand that I do have a plan to rectify that and make the necessary, he would clearly see that I am working to make those necessary changes. Um, and his whole thing is, he'd say if I need something, then don't hesitate to ask, and then I would say yes, of course, and then I would never ask because it's a matter of my own pride to stand by myself and get things done by myself. Especially because I'm capable of doing so. There is something that I do need to. There are a number of things I need to speak to some people about, but hey, that I'll do that on Wednesday when I've got a lot more time to during the day to speak to people over the phone or in person. So that'll be a Wednesday thing. I'm so busy on Wednesdays, and it's my day, my day of peace from both jobs. I run, even though I work one job on Thursday, since I'm off on the other one, it I'm ironically less busy on the day where I have to go to one job. But I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. I just, I ration out the time to, and do what I need to do. Oh, but, hmm. But yeah, it would definitely have been difficult to face Grandpa. Grandma, I know how to handle because I learned, I learned at a young age how to navigate conversation with Grandma, and it also helped that it also helped me being the youngest grandchild. I mean, it still helps most likely to this day, but like I said, I learned quickly how to navigate conversation with Grandma. Also, kind of helps that she doesn't have nearly as much fire as she used to. Good lord. Good lord. If she still had as much energy as she did before Grandpa died, I might actually be in trouble. I might actually be in a lot of trouble, but, you know, whatever. Huh. But, whatever. And, I juggle. I juggle. I realize that the desktop audio isn't on. I should probably turn that on. I juggle. I juggle back. Well, I used to juggle back and forth between the whole do I want to do the psych thing? Do I not want to do the psych thing? But after the repeated failures with trying to get into banking and whatnot, I kind of figure, you know what? I'll give the psych thing. I'll work towards the psych thing just because the psych stuff, just because that's what I study. It's what I have this fucking master's degree in. So you know, and I did a lot of thinking back to internship and thinking, well, this is doing stuff for internship, I found it, I would dread it on the drive to and from. I'd just go, oh god, I gotta do this, whatever. But that was an hour-long drive. It was sapping my energy. And I think if I were somewhere local, well, more local, I should say, where I don't have to drive an hour, an hour one way, then, yeah, and certain other aspects of it, I think, I found, while I was actually doing the work, I found it to be acceptable. I went, yeah, I can do this. I'm doing all right. And the clients seem to appreciate, seem to appreciate, you know, seem to appreciate my assistance on things. And I think back, to the clients that I saw, and yeah, I can do it. I can do it. And if the matter is, do I want to? I don't want to, but I also don't not want to. I've really adopted a neutral stance to it all, and so I know that if I know that if I were to say that during the time when I was actually going through the courses and the coursework and whatnot for the master's degree itself. I think I still have grease on my face from my pre-snack. Hold on. Anyway, I think if I were to say that while I was in the coursework a bit, they go, oh well, your heart's not in it, so you suck, you fail, get out, you know. But I don't really, I mean, maybe it's just because of my own perspective on myself, but I don't see a problem with that. You know, I think it's fine. I think that is okay. Is it still not picking up audio? Okay, I clicked off, I guess, or something. Or not. Oh, wait, I think the desktop audio might be too low. I think cutting it at Buckshot. I think cutting it down for Buckshot kind of didn't help there. Anyway, they'd be like, oh, well, your heart's not 100% in it, so no, you're not going to be great at it. I'm not aiming to be the best, certainly not, because hell, I mean, one thing that seemed to be a theme while I was in internship is no one was really sure of what they were doing. They were just kind of just going with the flow based on their experiences. And the thing is, going into internship, I didn't have any experience, at least no official experience. I mean, I had kind of, I had, I kind of had a rudimentary grasp on things. And internship was my first ever experience facing people, going through, executing what I was taught, and learning. Okay, this is kind of how, my style of working is, figuring that out and everything. Asking for advice and then not really receiving advice. That was something that was common during internships. I would ask for help and then kind of get these lukewarm responses and go, okay, well, there was one person who was exceptionally helpful during internship. I did not get to speak to him much, but when I did receive advice from him, it was certainly helpful. Actually, no, I shouldn't say that. There were it was most of the people who I worked alongside during internship who were greatly helpful. But and I kind of just took what I could from that experience, from those conversations and whatnot, to learn. And I definitely improved. It definitely improved. I mean, in the beginning, I struggled to get through the hour, but then about a quarter of the way through, I had found my flow. I could establish the flow with the clients, even first time clients. I could establish a nice a decent flow of things, and it was it was good from my perspective, and considering that most of the clients kept coming back and whatnot, and even a few you know left off left out of there uh left out of there improved by by their by their word. um I can do it. I can do it. And so that's kind of the decision that I've made is, I can do this. It's, I'll be, acceptable at it. I'm not, like I said, I'm not aiming to be the best, and I don't really have I don't believe that I have the capacity to be the best, especially with, my mental state being the way that it is and has been forever, you know? Those of you that have knowledge of my mental state know what I'm talking about, know exactly what I'm referring to. I will not name it because, I will not name it because, it's, kind of a debatable topic, I imagine, and also one that could cause damage if, these videos are found by certain people, so we'll just leave it at that, huh? We'll just leave it nice and vague, could mean anything. Um, so yeah, I used to juggle with, should I do the psych thing? Can I do the psych thing? And the answer to both of those questions that I've come to at this point is yes. Yes, I should. Yes, I can. And so I will move forward with that. Presently, I've got my plans that I'm, currently executing. As for whether or not I'm on track, well, eh, that's to be determined. I still have to do my quarterly review of my goals and see, okay, what progress has been made, what progress still needs to be made. I think Wednesday is the first, so if I were to wait until Wednesday, the quarterly review would be a little bit late, but I think that would be fine. Oh god. I think I think I might give myself an extra hour of sleep after getting off the live stream. I think I might give myself an extra hour just to help make up the shortage from today. Um, because I thought, okay, if I get off of Domino's early, I'll just go home and take a nap. I did not get off early, so there was no nap. There was dinner though, and dinner was really good, so I definitely enjoyed that. Um, made it so that I didn't have to eat at Taco Bell, and so I could bring home hash browns, so that way I could snack on those later. I finished off the Chipotle ketchup, and now I think we're moving up to the jalapeno ketchup. So hey, that'll be pretty good. Hopefully the jalapeno ketchup is good. The Chipotle ketchup was good, certainly. It had really good flavor. I couldn't get any heat off of it, probably because I'm, used to hotter stuff, but it had really good flavor. So no complaints there from me. Ugh. Oh hell. Oh hell, I'm kind of dragging ass here. Whew. I might cut this one short and just leave this at a happy and just light it up later today, meaning Saturday. Because, oh, my limbs are starting to feel heavy. I'm starting to feel real groggy. This might actually be a really short stream. But, yeah, so I'm not juggling, I guess an improvement to be made, an improvement that I can definitely cite is I'm not, I'm no longer juggling with, career path. I kind of made a decision there, and we'll work towards that. Oh god. Yeah. I think I'll get through the 7K grind, smoke down as much as I can for that, and then kind of grind down the resin in Genshin so that way I don't fill up and, that's wasted resin. And then hit the bed. Cause, oh. Let's see, what time do I have to be in there tomorrow? Okay, yeah. I can give myself an extra hour. That's fine. That's fine. And then, when if I'm giving myself an extra hour, I will have sufficient time to get up, hit the grind on, Nikkei and whatnot, and phone. Oh, it's just the 7 o'clock bedtime thing. I need to reset that. I need to reset that to 5 or something. That way it doesn't, because sometimes I do get a lot of actually most nights, except for this and even going into Wednesday. I go to bed at 6. Oh my god. I go to bed at 6, to get my hours in Dreamland. Yeah, see, I'm all foggy and muddled and just exhausted. Exhausted from today. Like I said, the week's been rather mundane, and I have pretty much settled into the schedule. It's just today was rough. Let's see. I pulled 6 hours, and then I pulled 8. That's 14 hours. I pulled a 14-hour workday today. Good God. Let's see. I think I've earned that extra hour of rest. I'm still gonna be a little bit behind, but like I said, I'll just go to bed a couple hours early on Saturday. 3 o'clock sounds good. I get the tea brewed at around 2 o'clock. The good stuff, so I can have that really peaceful sleep, that really deep, peaceful sleep. Hell, on Thursday, since I only had to go to one job, I think I slept in an extra 2 hours. That was great. I love that. I kind of almost slipped back into the really bad habit of only getting up before work. But I went, no, we're gonna cap it here, and I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna grind, and I did. I got some good grinding. I got a lot of good grinding done. A lot of good grinding. So that pleased me. And yeah, I'll be tomorrow. Tomorrow I've only got the one job, and then Aiden will be over, so we'll kind of do our thing, like we do. Kind of discuss, okay, this is, we definitely need to touch base on the state of the project. Like, okay, look, we have made fucking zero progress this year so far. We need to kind of step up a little bit. Mostly me needing to step up, like I said last week, and just pound stuff out. Which is part of that is just the other tasks, in life that I need to do. I need to clear those up, so that way I have more time to devote. So I have more time to devote to my projects. I really need to get back into the other projects, which I gotta rebuild. I gotta rebuild some of those project environments, which sucks. But at the same time, I've had this computer for over 7 months, and I haven't done it yet because I kind of got a little discouraged when I found out, oh shit, I forgot to do the thing, But that's what happens. That was an oversight on my part. Let me correct this burn a little bit here. We're kind of canoeing a little bit. Shit. We're kind of canoeing a little bit, and I don't like it. really need to vacuum in here. I spilled some chocolate by accident. It's now on the carpet, so I definitely. You know what? I'll vacuum. I will when I get up tomorrow. I will vacuum because I really need to. Hmm. You know, it's been something that I've been meaning to do, and the need has been growing. There's a lot of ash and shit in the carpet, and now there's chocolate on the carpet. So I really need to vacuum that up before problems start arising. So I will get up tomorrow, and I will vacuum. So and also keeping with the let's get it mentality because God, gotta grind, gotta grind. Gotta grind, gotta continue to forge those good habits, those good routines, like I said, and then, you know, establishing the routines and then maintaining them. That, like I said so many times last week when I was sitting here basically just yelling at myself, looking at myself on the camera and going, we're gonna fucking do this. Let's get it. Let's, like I kept saying. Like I kept saying when I was fucking grinding Nikkei, let's get it. And eventually, that will extend to other stuff. Like I really, it's been a couple years since I've gone to the gym. I really need to reestablish going to the gym because, you know, you know, I understand that somebody with my frame, my kind of thin, bony, lanky frame, not really going to be able to look overly muscular, but I can definitely tone up, and I can definitely make myself a lot stronger than I look, which will be kind of cool. But presently with two jobs, I don't. The gym isn't really viable. I mean, I guess I could do Wednesday, Thursday, but I'm already busy enough on Wednesdays. And Saturdays, Saturdays could be viable, but eh, you know, I mean, on Saturdays I've either got Aiden over to you know smoke and bullshit, or we're running session. I just don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. Well, I'll have to. I'll just have to kind of think on it a little bit more. Hit the gym. Hit the gym. Maybe not, because gym memberships and whatnot. That costs money, and I'm trying to not spend money to aggressively tackle loans. So we'll see. I mean, hey, if I end up getting a site job sooner than I thought, that will quite literally double my income, and then some of the other at that point, if a psych job does appear on the horizon earlier than anticipated, then I am going to have to really, make an adjustment to my work schedule, which will kind of suck, but at the same time, you know, hell, during internship, I basically had a full-time job being an intern, and then Taco Bell was part-time, which was why I didn't get a vacation, which is why I didn't get any vacation time this year, which sucked because I was kind of hoping for I was kind of hoping for that payout. That would have been a nice boon. Didn't really come to pass because of the part-time thing. But this year, once September rolls around in about 4 months, the blessed vacation time, which I'll just cash out because I'm not anticipating I'm going to be able to take a vacation until like 2030. So, hey, that'll be 14 years that I will not have taken a vacation because I've either been working, in school, or both, which sucks because there's no real downtime there. But hell, maybe once I get the loans, maybe if I tackle the loans aggressively enough, I can take like an odium or something. That would be sweet. That would be really cool to do that. But I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows? I mean, hey, that's the ideal. It's the ideal, and that's something I'm willing to work towards. But if it doesn't happen, then I'm not going to be broken up. I'm not going to be broken over it. You know. I'm gonna let this go. I'm gonna let this go so that way I can hit the bed. But I'll sit here and I'll ramble a little bit while it kind of goes out, you know? Yeah, on the 7K2 grind will just keep going in the in I guess technically the foreground because I'm technically part of the background here. Or I'm in the foreground because I'm on top of 7K2. I don't know. But you get my point. I'll just kind of let it go. But definitely want that extra hour. So I anticipate that I'll hit the bed at 7:30-ish, 7:45-ish. Sleep until 3:30. So that's not quite 7 hours. It's not even 7 hours. It's 6. And then just make up for it by going to bed a few hours earlier on Saturday. On several Saturday going into Sunday. That'll be good. That'll be nice. Kind of catch up on my resting, so that way I can approach the next week with, without this kind of haze that's suddenly come over me. Ooh, excuse me, damn. And yeah, actually thinking about it, one of the things that was talked about today at Domino's was like, me talking to the GM going, okay, I want more money from this place. What do I have to do to get that? And then, see what he says. See what he says. The the other manager who was on shift had a suggestion. I went, okay. That's what's said. That's what I'll go with. But we'll see. I mean, more money in my pocket. More money in my pocket every week means, well, every month really. More money in my pocket means, more money to throw at loans to get rid of them faster, which is good, which is nice. Okay, let's see. We did that. What's left? What's left? We got tag match. We got the daily dungeon. Oh hell, we got the easy daily dungeon today. Hell yeah, brother. Yeah, let's rig that up. Let's rig that up, and then I'll just no hands it. I'll just no hands it. Thank you, internet, for showing me how to no hands this. And I gathered up the resources to do it. But yeah, I think we'll just hit 7K2 as the live stream content, and then I'll hit Genshin real briefly, and then and then we'll kind of move from there, and yeah, we'll kind of emerge on the other side as we'll kind of emerge from the other side. I really need to make those lists, though, those to-do lists. I need to review my previous to-do list that I haven't looked at for some time. Excuse me. And then, did I not hit it? Oh, I did. Okay. I'm going to change this up. I want the suppressor so we can end this maybe just a little bit faster. But yeah, a pretty mundane week. Today was hard. It's the first Friday with the Fries back, and Greensburg lost like 3 games today, so everybody and their everybody and their fucking great grandma was in town hitting up food places, which sucked. But okay, whatever. I just we're getting to summer, which means things are gonna be real shitty and terrible for a while. Hit it, think. Oh, we got the full suppression. The AI got the full suppress. Hell yeah. But yeah, things are gonna get kind of shitty and terrible, but that's kind of just what happens in the summer. People are out, it's hot out, and people don't want to cook. which sucks. I mean, hey, it's great for business, but I'm not high enough in either company to really care about that kind of thing. So, it's just shitty and terrible for me. But I'll get through it. I've gone through it for 7 years at one job and almost a month at the other. So I'll be fine. I'll get through it. It'll be okay. And you know, once things start slowing down again, that will be excellent. That will be fantastic. I will love that. And we just move on. Take it. Take it one day at a time, or I guess with the way that I think, take it one week at a time. And hope that I can actually meet my goals this year. Fuck. Hope that I can actually meet the goals this year. That would be really good. That would be really nice because it would be a real sign. It would be a real turning point of really massive improvement. And he revived and then just died.
Sleep under the moonlight.
So yeah, I like I was thinking at the beginning of the year, oh, this is gonna be a good year. This is gonna be my year. Maybe not, but it'll definitely be an improved year. And if we just keep on that train of improvement, then it'll be nice. It'll be nice. It'll be good. But yeah, I don't really have too terribly much to say. I didn't really think too much ahead on what I wanted to speak on, which happens. It happens. I can't, I really should have the live stream rambling content as something in the forefront of my mind while I'm at work on Friday, going, okay, what am I going to talk about this? What am I going to ramble about this week? I mean, hey, I've been going through all kinds of memories. It's been interesting to say the least, and that's our second of three down. Yeah, once we get this done, I think I'll tap out, hit Genshin. Just Genshin's gonna take like 10 minutes, at most, and then we'll be good to go. We'll be good to go, and you know, yeah, get on those to do lists. That should be the primary goal for for my little bits of free time before I have to go to work, is arranging those to do lists, putting them somewhere where I can putting them somewhere where it's like, okay, come on, this is in my face. I need to do this, and working to knock that out, because knocking it out means that I'll be able to have more free time to you know devote to other tasks that are larger, and definitely something that I'm going to need to just kind of hash out, crack out, whatever. And that is tag match. That is the tag match. I've got some more cocaine. It's 7 o'clock, so I can hit that mole. I'm actually going to hit that mole as the last little bit of live stream content before I let you guys go. Which, hey, thanks for everybody. Thanks for sitting with me and listening to me kind of hazily ramble about different things. I'm actually going to set this too. Kind of hazily ramble about things as I'm tired and also just a little bit inebriated. Not too much, but thanks again, everybody. And once we smack this next boss real quick, or this next mini boss, I guess. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. All right. Well, everyone, if nothing else, I will see you all next week. Until then.